going, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Maddison Hill, and yes, it's time for another Pop Off with Maddison. For today's Pop Off, I'm going to be talking about the one and only Miss Selena Gomez because fans had to come to her defense after yet another show thought it would be a good idea to make a joke about her kidney transplant. Apparently, this show missed the whole Saved by the Bell controversy, but don't worry, we're going to get into it. And on top of that, you guys, I want to preface this by saying, don't get mad at me. My time is extremely crunched this week, and I want to make sure you get as much tea as physically possible. So we're also going to talk about this recent report about Justin Bieber allegedly trying to woo Hailey Bieber into having a baby sooner rather than later. Full disclosure, this report is from the National Enquirer, and I know people have their opinions about that outlet, but I wouldn't be sharing this with you if I didn't think there was some truth to the article and some truth to the tea. While yes, some of the details might be exaggerated, I can't lie to you guys, my gut was telling me that I needed to share this information with you all, so I'm gonna go with it. So believers, before you start going off on me in the comments, because I know I'm sure some of you right now are, just based on the title alone, please listen to what I have to say throughout this entire video before you go off on me. I really don't have time for angry DMs and jokes about my eyelashes today, so please just hold off and listen. And also for those of you who get mad at me when I put Justin and Selena in the same video, I've read your comments, I see you and I hear you, but as I stated, today we just gotta roll with the punches so we can get the maximum amount of tea. And actually, while we're on the topic of trolls, shout out to you guys who always defend me against them in the comments. I see you guys and you all are truly the best. All right, I know this intro has been long enough and I know you straight to the tea people are like, Maddison, what's happening? It's not Monday anymore. We want to get straight to the tea. So without further ado, let's get to unwrapping these Selena and Bieber facts. All right, so first up, let's talk about Miss Selena Gomez, which by the way, you guys, it's officially August, which means it's officially the month that Only Murders in the Building is premiering. I am so excited for Selena's new Hulu show. My sister is excited for Selena's new Hulu show. And if you're excited too, please just go ahead and let me know in the comments. That way I know we're not alone. Anyway, sorry about that. If you've been watching my channel, you know I've been really excited for Only Murders in the Building. But enough about that. Let's get back to today's Selena Gomez topic. So recently, Selena Gomez's fans took to social media to call out the Paramount Plus show The Good Fight because the show recently made a joke about Selena Gomez's kidney transplant. In this show, some of the characters are comedians, which full disclosure, I have not seen the show. This is going based on things I've researched and read. And in this scene, they are talking about certain topics that are off limits when it comes to comedy. Necrophilia is discussed, autism, and then there's the joke about Selena Gomez's kidney transplant. Take a look.
Is there anything we can't do?
Necrophilia?
No, that could be funny.
Autism.
Selena Gomez's kidney transplant.
Hey.
Although it was brought up quite swiftly, that didn't stop fans from taking notice and taking aim at the show on social media. Selena's fans even went as far to get the hashtag Respect Selena Gomez trending, and the internet was flooded with messages on how the media needs to stop joking about Selena Gomez's transplant and how the media needs to start respecting Selena Gomez. Now, as much as I want to pop off about that right this second, I first have to fill you in on this story about Justin and Hailey. So in a recent report from the National Enquirer, a source claimed that Justin is, quote, buttering up Hailey to start having kids. The source went on to say, quote, Justin's tried to respect Hailey's wish to wait to have kids, but he's wanted a family since the day they said I do. The source added, quote, he's doing everything he can to convince her that he'll be a good dad and an even better husband. The insider went on to add that Justin has been, quote, super attentive towards Hailey by showering her with compliments and, quote, pouring on the PDA. That's one way to make a baby. Sorry. Despite Justin's alleged attempts, Hailey is reportedly not yet ready to budge. As the source went on to say, quote, Hailey would like to enjoy being married for a while longer and work on her career, but that hasn't deterred Justin from trying to woo her into doing it now. See, I told you guys that that article wasn't totally out of bounds, and there absolutely is some believable tea in there. At least that's just my opinion. And honestly, clearly I'm already starting to pop off, so let's just go ahead and make it official and get to the shambong. Let's start with this Justin and Hailey report because you guys, it's honestly not a secret that Justin Bieber is ready to start a family. He's talked about it in several interviews. There's been several reports from several different outlets about it. And the consistent themes in these interviews and reports are that Justin Bieber is ready to start having kids and Hailey Bieber is the one who wants to hold off. She wants to be married a while longer and there's things in her career she wants to accomplish before having kids, which is absolutely fine. Heck, even remember when Justin was on Ellen last December, so not that long ago, ago, he talked about him and Hailey having kids, and he said, quote, Hailey still has some things she wants to accomplish as a woman, and I think she's just not ready yet. And that's okay. This is also when he said the thing that I personally respect the most. This is probably the most respectable thing Justin Bieber has ever said, in my opinion. He said, quote, I'm going to have as many kids as Hailey is wishing to push out. I'd love to have myself a little tribe, but yeah, it's her body and whatever she wants to do. I think she wants to have a few. On top of that, let me also remind you about what happened on Instagram just a few weeks ago. Remember, Justin Bieber captioned that picture of him and Hailey and said mom and dad, and Hailey was quick to respond and be like, we should change the caption to dog mom and dad so people don't get any ideas. Based on the fact that Justin didn't change the caption after Hailey kind of jokingly asked him to, again, I feel like that goes along with the theme that Justin Bieber is ready to have kids while Hailey Bieber is still not quite there yet. Now, because of these things I just told you about, that's why I see some truth in this National Enquirer article. Do I think that Justin is necessarily purposely buttering Hailey up to, you know, get her to have kids sooner rather than later? Do I think he's trying to pour PDA all over her and so on and so forth? Maybe not. Honestly, those things just kind of sound like a good husband. I feel like a good husband should give his wife a lot of compliments and should want to give her some PDA, but that's just me. However, I also want to make it clear that I don't feel like Justin wanting children is a bad thing. I don't feel like Justin wanting children now, whereas Hailey wants to wait, is a bad thing either. Now, if I read that Justin Bieber was pressuring Hailey to have a baby, that would obviously be an entirely different story. I obviously would not be here for that at all. But the fact that he has personally said it's Hailey's body and we're on Hailey's time, and whenever she wants to have babies, I'm okay with it, I can't really hate on Justin Bieber for that. And honestly, like I've already said, I respect him for saying those things. At the end of the day, when it comes to Justin and Hailey having kids, even if Justin is ready to have kids right now and Hailey is not, as long as at some point they get on the same page and the same timeline as having kids, then I don't really think it matters that Justin technically wanted them sooner than Hailey. But I also think it will be interesting to keep an eye on, because I wonder if Hailey keeps pushing this off, if Justin's gonna get impatient. But at the end of the day, it's not his biological clock that's ticking. Unfortunately, that's another thing us ladies have to worry about. Regardless, moral of the story, believers, hear me when I say I think Justin and Hailey are doing absolutely just fine. Now, in regards to Miss Selena Gomez, I would have thought that the writers of The Good Fight would have probably done a little research and seen that Peacock's revival of Saved by the Bell tried to also make a joke about Selena Gomez's kidney transplant, and it went horribly wrong. Remember, in one of the first episodes of the Saved by the Bell revival, there was a poster hanging up in the school, and on the poster was the question, does Selena Gomez even have a kidney? And it gained so much attention, Francia Raisa even responded to it, and the show ended up apologizing and removing that scene from Peacock altogether. After seeing that controversy, I personally would have absolutely wanted to stay away from making any jokes about Selena Gomez's kidney transplant, but clearly The Good Fight thought otherwise. They either didn't see the Saved by the Bell controversy, or they saw it and they just didn't care. It would probably be best not to make fun of Selena Gomez's kidney transplant in your show, especially because it was a life-saving operation. It was not a cosmetic choice. I guess that's the biggest thing for me. I don't really comprehend why people even use Selena Gomez's kidney transplant as a joke, considering she had to have that because she has lupus. Like, there's just really nothing funny about it. And no matter how many years pass and no matter how many people try to make a joke out of it, it's just never going to be funny. So stop trying to make it funny, because it's literally never going to happen. At this point, I think it's going to be interesting to see if The Good Fight actually responds to the controversy, if they respond like Saved by the Bell did and delete the joke entirely. As of right now, as of the time I'm filming this video, the show has not responded to any of Selena Gomez's fans. The show has not issued an apology. They've not said they're going to do anything about it. So that's giving me vibes that they're probably not going to apologize and probably not going to do anything about it. But you never know. I hope that they do. I hope that they address it, because like I said, Respect Selena Gomez was trending on Twitter. So you think that they definitely saw it, and you would think that they definitely feel the need to respond, but you never freaking know. Regardless of how horrible that freaking joke was, I will say Selena Gomez seems to not be paying it any attention, which honestly I think is probably best, because she knows the moment she gives it attention, then that show's just gonna get more press, more eyes on it, and honestly, if they're making jokes like that, why would Selena Gomez want the show to get any more attention? Alright you guys, that's all I have for you in regards to Selena Gomez and Justin and Hailey Bieber, and now I'm ready to hear what you think. Let out all your thoughts and feels about everything we talked about down below. While you're at it, please give this video a thumbs up. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button, and don't forget that notification bell. For more content, make sure you guys give me a follow over on my Instagram and my TikTok, and of course, don't forget to keep checking my YouTube channel throughout the day for my YouTube shorts. Also, you guys make sure you check out my merch store at houseofhill.com, and on that note, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!